Hello guys, welcome to my channel Full Stack Tech Up. In this video, we are going to discuss about what is bytecode, what is JVM, and why Java is platform independent. So normally, if you want to talk to others, what do? We use a language called English or Hindi or Telugu. We have some languages to talk with others, right? But if you want to talk to a computer, you need to speak in a language that computer can understand. Your computer can understand only ones and zeros, so you need to code in ones and zeros only. But if you write a hello world program in ones and zeros format, it would look like this. As a humans, it is very difficult for us to write a code like this. So over the years, what developers have done is they have come up with different high level programming languages. These high level programming languages can be written using plain English text, so that you can write program very easily. But here your program is in high level language and your machine can understand only low level language. So there should be something in between to translate our high level language to low level language, and that something is called compiler. So what happens in C language is whatever the code you have written, that will be converted to low level language by the compiler. Once after your compilation, your source code will be compiled to high level language to low level language, and that format of that file will be .exe. That means executable file. That means your compiler will generate a executable file. Now this executable file will execute only on Windows operating system. If you take this executable file and try to execute in Linux operating system, then that file will not be executed. Let's see why it can be only executed in Windows, why not in other operating system. Let's say you are using Word application in Windows operating system. Now what you can do, you can read some text through keyboard, and you can also take the printout of the document with the help of a printer. Now your application is using keyboard and printer. That means your application is accessing two different hardware components. But is your application directly accessing those hardwares? No, your application is taking the help of operating system. So operating system is taking the input from keyboard and giving it to your application, and similarly your operating system is taking input from your application and giving it to printer. So here the mediator is operating system. And here the question is how your application is accessing that operating system, how it is communicating with operating system. That is with the help of system calls. When your application is reading some text from keyboard, it is using read system call. When it is writing something to printer, then it is using write system call. These are called system calls, and every operating system has different system calls. Now coming back to our problem. So whatever the machine code generated by our C compiler, that machine code contains these kind of system calls. That's why you can execute that file only on Windows operating system. If you take that executable file and go to Linux operating system doesn't know about that system calls. That's why your executable file will fail to execute in Linux operating system. So what happened here? Your machine code has become platform dependent. Now what happens in Java is your source code will not be directly converting to machine code. In Java, after successful compilation, your Java compiler will generate a bytecode. Now this bytecode is called as intermediate code. This bytecode contains some symbols and special characters. We cannot understand those characters. Only JVM can understand it. Again, what is JVM? JVM is Java Virtual Machine. Now JVM will take that bytecode and generates a machine code compatible to that particular operating system. If you are running your Java program in Windows operating system, then JVM will take that bytecode and it will generate a machine code compatible to Windows operating system. So to generate a machine code compatible to operating system, your JVM should know what type of operating system it is dealing with, right? So then only your JVM can generate machine code. That means your JVM should know what type of operating system it is dealing with. That means if you are trying to execute your Java program on Windows operating system, then you need a JVM of type Windows. If you are executing your Java program on Linux, then you need a JVM of type Linux operating system. Now what happened here? Your JVM has become platform dependent, but your program has become platform independent. You can write your Java program on any platform and you can execute on any platform. That's why Java is called platform independent. Now what you can do is you can take that .plus file and you can execute on any platform. JVM will take care of everything. JVM is the main reason why Java is platform independent. I hope you understood this concept, and if you like this video, please do like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel Full Stack Tech Up.